Ladies and gentlemen, it's August 3rd. Lenny Ladner reporting from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, the birthplace of Thelonious Monk. I'd listen to his music if I were you. It's great. It's still great. Tomorrow's August 4th. It's Election Day in Tennessee. Please vote. Now, I usually do not support any incumbent candidate. You should know that. And I want to tell you a story about the congressman in, I don't know, it's the 4th district or the 6th district. His name's Scott Jarlais. And if you're in that district, please support him in the primary. That is the only one in Tennessee worthy of your vote. Trust me. And I'm going to tell you why I'm making this video. Back in 2011, I met Scott Jarlais' father-in-law at a place called, I gotta look at my map here, Anderson, Tennessee, which is a calcium carbonate mine. I had a hopper. I was loading calcium carbonate going to Scott's Turf Building down in Sebring, Florida. And I was talking to Jarlais' father-in-law, and the gentleman basically said, "You'd like my son-in-law." I said, "Why?" "Well, he kind of sounds like you." And I agree with your platform. And by the way, I'm running for Congress in the 7th district, an independent. And my platform's simple. I'm going to vote no on any bill which would increase the size, the cost, the reach, and power to gun. But anyway, that actually looks better. And essentially, this is not a good angle. That's not a good angle. I'll flunk RIT again. Anyway, basically, Jarlais' father-in-law said, "You like my son-in-law?" And I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, the first vote he was allowed to vote in back in 2011, he voted with the Democrats." So I'm saying, why would I like anybody who voted with the Democrats? Well, the rest of the story is the Republicans put up a bill which increased the size, the cost, the reach, and power to government, and that bill gave the congressman a pay increase. That's more government, isn't it? Jarlais voted the right way, which was no. So one of the head creeps of the Republican Party tapped him on the shoulder and said that if you ever go against the party again, we're going to provide opposition against you in the primary. Now, I don't know who opposed him in 2012, but in 2014, they brought up communist Republican Prachnik, Jim Tracy, who almost beat him in a primary. And now they're bringing in this trust fund scumbag from California, this California transplant. As far as I'm concerned, Grant, I would love to transplant you back to California. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Jarlais actually supports the Constitution, and unlike Grant Starrett, who wants to get more money and more, according to, got this damn fly in this, Rocky Top Politics, Grant Starrett is in it for the money. If you vote for Jarlais, vote against the Republican establishment in Tennessee, kick Grant Starrett's ass all the way back to California. As a matter of fact, send his ass to China. Vote Jarlais. And if you're in the 7th district, Lenny Ladner for Congress. I'm going to vote no so government don't grow. Thank you.